The best caching plugins compared. In this video, we will concisely explore the best caching WordPress plugins we have right now in the industry. But before we get to that, let's have a brief caching explanation. Caching involves the process of storing content on the nearest server so that the next time a user performs a request, it does not pass through the same route as it would normally take to fetch the entire website's components. The idea of caching is to download all the resources that make up a website at a faster rate. Instead of questioning the origin server from where the website is built from, resources can be retrieved from a saved location. This can be either a CDN, the user browser, or from the server side. Deciding to go with a caching plugin for your WordPress website requires thorough study and comparison, but we have just done that in this video. Here are the considerations or factors most people have in mind when choosing the right caching plugin. 1. Speed impact. Honestly speaking, the main purpose of using a caching plugin is to come up with the fast loading times. A good caching plugin should save you some extra time. Be aware that there are plugins that can even harm loading times. We will explore them in full. 2. Hosting compatibility. You can obviously use any caching plugin and it will serve the same purpose. However, choosing the right one that resonates with your web server is ideal for the best performance. For instance, the LiteSpeed Cache plugin works greatly in LiteSpeed Hosting. 3. CDN support. A CDN is another type of caching. It involves the use of servers spread across the world that are outside your hosting environment. The servers make the transfer of data between the browser and the host faster. By placing data centers here and there, the caching process is accelerated and it takes less time than usual. If you are using a CDN already or have a plan to use a specific one, you would want to opt for a caching plugin that integrates well with them. 4. Features. Before going with a caching plugin, it is important to review its features and whether it meets your use case. A good example for use cases include image optimization, concatenation, object caching, browser caching, cache preloading, easy compression, and database optimization, just to name a few. 5. Cost. Honestly speaking, if you are just starting out with your blogging journey, it is too early to pay for a caching plugin. You have to consider your current level, then aim at the target. For seasoned website owners, a premium caching plugin like WP Rocket will serve you better. 6. Ease of use. Here is where the two parallel lines meet. It is a clever consideration. Beginners should not spend a huge amount of time familiarizing the inner workings of a plugin. On the same note, advanced users will find it more palatable when they are given plenty of customizable options. Let's now rewind and proceed to the list of the best caching plugins. Bear in mind that we'll be making the judgments following the criteria we have reviewed. Here we go. 1. WP Rocket. WP Rocket is a great plugin that uses 80% of web performance practices on just installation. That is to say, the plugin automatically enhances your site to meet speed guidelines when you install it. The mere installation of WP Rocket mostly boosts the speed of a site by 20%. Then when the settings are customized accordingly, one can reach the acme of web speed optimization. Just check the boxes and see WP Rocket improve your score up to 100% on Google Page Speed Insights. Basically, the plugin settings are programmed to provide a boost to metrics such as the core web vitals. WP Rocket is compatible with most hosting. It works well on Apache Server, Nginx, Microsoft's IIS, LiteSpeed, and OpenLiteSpeed. Therefore, the plugin will give you the best, regardless of the web server your hosting provider is using. When it comes to content delivery network and compatibilities, WP Rocket edges the competition. Its own CDN called Rocket CDN is great and has it covered entirely for caching. Caching Rocket CDN will give you the best experience, given that you are using the plugin. If you are using Cloudflare or another one, rest assured, WP Rocket should be complimentary as it is compatible with most content delivery networks. It is worthy of note that the CDN edition, that is Rocket CDN, does not come with the subscription. We need to purchase it differently at the $7 mark, be it monthly. WP Rocket has the best caching plugin in our list once it affairs with most themes, plugins, or page builders, so you are always safe using the plugin. When it comes to the features that the plugin provides, it has all you need in an easy-to-use dashboard. Here are the key features. 1. Caching. 2. File optimization. 3. CDN. 4. Image optimization. 5. page optimization. 6. Database optimization. Because we are only interested in the caching function, we will not go too deep explaining the other features. As for caching, WP Rockets makes the best plugin. It allows you to control browser caching, object caching, and mobile caching from an easy-to-use dashboard. WP Rockets stands out from the competition by offering additional caching features such as 1. Cache preloading, 2. DNS prefetching, 3. Link preloading, and 4. gzip compression. Cache preloading is a technology that moves resources to the cache automatically. Unlike regular caching behavior, you don't need to sacrifice the initial time-consuming process. Caching happens automatically, therefore even new visitors are served the fastest version of that page. That same kind of definition goes for DNS prefetching. WP Rockets will send rules to browsers, instructing them to initiate the loading of external resources before a user clicks on them. You can take images, scripts, or slide sheets that are hosted elsewhere. For example, DNS prefetching works to reduce the latency it would normally take to load these resources. Now, coming to link preloading, it is probably self-explanatory. The idea of loading a web page before a user finally clicks on it. Apart from these caching functions, WP Rocket is known as a great performance plugin, and it has tons of other features. For the cost, the plugin is a premium solution and pricing starts from the $59 mark yearly. It is not pricey at that level, considering the advantages it comes with. When we read the plugin closely with expert criteria, it aces them all, making it the best overall caching plugin. 2. LiteSpeed Cache. LiteSpeed Cache, just like WP Rockets, will provide you with a better performance of your score at mere configuration. The plugin is free of cost and its best fit for those on LiteSpeed Hosting. The plugin is developed by LiteSpeed Technologies, the same company behind LiteSpeed Web Server. Just like we said before, the plugin works the best with LiteSpeed Hosting, so if your web host uses that, you can make it your go-to. Bear in mind that the plugin also works well with other hosting. The only living difference, those on LiteSpeed Hosting get the most of it. It is a great thing that it supports integration with the most used content delivery network, that is Cloudflare. It also comes with an official one called Quick.Cloud CDN. The plugin in combination with the Quick.Cloud CDN is best optimized for those on LiteSpeed Hosting. Consider if your web host is using that server and make the right caching plugin selection. You can simply connect Cloudflare or other CDN to make LiteSpeed Cache work better. Thankfully, the configuration is easy and stress-free. When it comes to the features that the plugin provides, it is jam-packed with huge functions that are even beyond caching purposes. The plugin accommodates image optimization, page optimization, as well as database optimization. LiteSpeed Cache is a feature-rich plugin, especially when it comes to caching your files. The plugin is a free WP Rocket alternative, and it lets you target more specific things. You can cache logged-in users, commenters, REST API, and can also do separate mobile caching. Caching mobile differently will help your AMP pages if you are using one to load faster. You also have diverse exclusion settings that disqualify specific resources from getting to the cache. Before we miss out, the plugin also includes object caching and browser caching, and they come with the necessary settings to get them running. Drawing the curtain, the LiteSpeed Cache plugin is the best WP Rocket free alternative, and it matters to LiteSpeed Hosting the most. If you are struggling to give the plugin a go, bear in mind that it is free and you can always experiment with its functions. When we read the plugin against our criteria, it makes a clever caching plugin. 3. W3 Total Cache. W3 Total Cache is a freemium caching plugin that can instantly improve web performance scores after configuration. The plugin is not dedicated to a particular hosting web server. As a result, it works greatly with most hosting environments, including Apache, Nginx, and LiteSpeed. If your hosting environment includes reverse proxy like Vanish, you can set this up here, just like the case with WP Rocket. Browser and object caching is available in the plugin, but the latter will only work if you're on a hosting plan that supports it. Flexibility such as preload requests, delay or deferring scripts, eliminating render blocking CSS are premium features. Therefore, you have to buy the paid version to be able to fix those errors on Google Page Speed results. When we talk of caching, we talk of a special plugin. The plugin is dope when it comes to managing all things caching. Just like we said before, upload caching, browser caching, object caching are fully available. The database cache is an extra, and it beautifies the application of object caching. When we come to the cost, the plugin operates from a premium base and is available to everyone. The premium version is hell of a price. You'll be paying $99 per year, which is almost double the cost of running the best caching plugin, that is WP Rockets. For ease of use, the plugin is also not as easy and set up as forget as WP Rockets. Evaluating the plugin against WP Rockets and others, we can say it is a good consideration, but for the price, we would rather go with WP Rockets. The same goes to the ease of use. If you are an advanced user, you won't find anything too technical with the plugin, and if it works out for your site, go with it. It is the best paid WP Rockets alternative. The comparison part, the verdict. We have reviewed WP Rockets and several other caching plugins, but what is the best in their midst? The best caching plugin? Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all answer regarding this question. Every caching plugin is good, and performance can vary by hosting environment and ultimately site setup. It is true that there is no best caching plugin, but you know what? We can safely call one the best overall, which means it comes out first when all criteria are considered. That is to say that the term best caching plugin does not exist, but the best overall caching plugin is realistic. It is WP Rocket. It was greater than all the caching plugins in our list. Here's a brief guide to choosing the right plugin for your use case. Best overall, WP Rocket. Simplest to use, WP Rocket. Suitable for LiteSpeed Hosting, LiteSpeed Cache. Free to use, LiteSpeed Cache. Best paid WP Rocket alternative, W3 Total Cache. More customizable caching options, W3 Total Cache.